I always thought the woods held secrets, not the kind you'd find in a dusty old book, but the kind that whispered to you in the dead of night, urging you to turn back before it's too late. My name is Joshua, and I've spent most of my life wandering these tangled paths, seeking solace in the embrace of nature's silence. But little did I know, the tranquility I sought was merely a facade, hiding the malevolent truth lurking within the shadows. It was a crisp autumn evening when I stumbled upon the entrance to a forgotten trail deep in the heart of the forest. The sun had long since dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of crimson and gold. Ignoring the warning bells ringing in my mind, I stepped onto the path, driven by a restless curiosity that refused to be quelled. The trees towered overhead, their branches intertwining like gnarled fingers reaching for the heavens. Each step I took echoed through the stillness, sending ripples of unease down my spine. But I pressed on, drawn deeper into the labyrinth of darkness that enveloped me. As the hours passed and the moon ascended, casting its ethereal glow upon the world below, I began to sense that I was not alone. Shadows danced at the periphery of my vision, fleeting glimpses of something sinister lurking just beyond my reach. Goosebumps prickled my skin, and a sense of foreboding settled over me like a suffocating shroud. That's when I saw it, a figure cloaked in darkness, its form shifting and contorting with unnatural grace. My heart hammered in my chest as I stumbled backward, the weight of its gaze bearing down upon me like a leaden weight. I tried to scream, but my voice caught in my throat, choked off by a primal fear unlike anything I had ever known. The creature advanced, its movements fluid and unhurried, as if savoring the terror that coursed through my veins. I scrambled to escape, but my limbs felt leaden, my muscles betraying me in the face of such overwhelming dread. And then, with a flicker of movement too quick to follow, the creature was upon me. Its touch was ice cold, sending tendrils of frost creeping through my veins. I struggled against its grasp, but it was futile, like trying to hold back the tide with nothing but bare hands. In that moment, as the darkness closed in around me, I realized the true horror of my situation. I had wandered into the domain of a shapeshifter, a being capable of assuming any form it desired in order to lure unsuspecting prey into its clutches. As consciousness slipped away, swallowed by the abyss, I knew that I would never escape the shadows that now consumed me. For in the heart of the forest, where the boundary between reality and nightmare blurs, the only certainty is that the hunt will never end. Days blended into nights, and nights into days, each passing moment a haze of confusion and terror. When I awoke, it was to find myself trapped in a nightmare realm, a twisted reflection of the world I once knew. The air was heavy with the stench of decay, and the ground beneath my feet pulsed with a sickly, otherworldly energy. I stumbled through the darkness, my mind a whirlwind of fear and desperation. Every shadow seemed to leer at me, mocking my feeble attempts to escape. And always, just out of reach, lurked the shapeshifter, its form flickering in and out of existence, like a specter from beyond the grave. Time lost all meaning in that forsaken place. I could have been wandering for days, weeks, or even years, and yet it felt like mere moments had passed. The boundaries between dream and reality blurred, leaving me adrift in a sea of uncertainty. But amidst the chaos, a glimmer of hope emerged, a faint beacon of light piercing the suffocating darkness. With renewed determination, I followed its guiding glow, trusting in its promise of salvation. As I ventured deeper into the abyss, the shadows grew denser, their whispers growing louder with each step I took. They taunted me, mocked me, sought to break my spirit and drag me down into the depths of despair. ancient frame beckoning me forward like a welcoming embrace. With trembling hands, I reached out and pushed it open, stepping into the unknown with a heart heavy with trepidation. What awaited me on the other side was beyond anything I could have imagined. A realm of pure, unadulterated beauty, untouched by the corruption that had tainted the world I had left behind. The air was sweet with the scent of wildflowers, and the sun shone brightly overhead, casting its warm rays upon the verdant landscape below. I fell to my knees, overcome with emotion at the sight of such unspoiled majesty. Tears streamed down my cheeks as I drank in the beauty of this newfound paradise, knowing that I had finally escaped the clutches of the Shapeshifter and its twisted realm of darkness. But even as I reveled in my newfound freedom, a nagging sense of unease lingered at the back of my mind. I knew that the Shapeshifter was still out there, lurking in the shadows, biding its time until it could once again ensnare its unsuspecting prey. And so, with a heavy heart and a wary eye, I set out into the wilderness once more, knowing that the battle against the darkness was far from over. But as long as there was light to guide me, I would never again succumb to the shadows that threatened to consume me.